I remember like it was yesterday. It's 2011, suicide rate was peaking at one person every 25 seconds. One person was murdered every 45 seconds, and someone died in an armed conflict every 85 seconds. World was in a global depression with all the markets down. Way down. Dow Jones average was hovering at 3,500 just a year after it was at 11,100. Unemployment was at a reported 37%, but it seemed like everyone was out of a job. States had no money, so the cops worked for IOUs and took bribes and tips whenever they could. There were riots, huge riots. People were mad, and who could blame them? Me? Shit. I was high most of the time and couldn't care less. As long as I could score for me and Joy, the world could burn for all we cared. My biggest problem back then was getting enough dough to score with. That's how I met him. The man who would change everything, called himself Desmond Washington back then. He told me there was a shitstorm coming, and what he did made me a believer real quick. Told me he was going to save the world, at least 1 billion people in it. Only problem was, there were nearly 7 billion. When I asked him what he was saving us from, he said the Convergence. Convergence 2012. I went along and did as I was told, and what I saw, well, let's just say I'm sure a lot of people missed the good old days.